April 21st. We're having a meeting at 6 o'clock. Very brief agenda. I wanted to just, I don't even necessarily have to share the slides, although I'm happy to. I sent you all a copy. Basically, we use the same format as last year. So we want to review and approve those. And then Bill sent around some, minutes, which I think we can also approve if everyone's had a chance to read through those. So would it be helpful for me to share my screen with those slides?
Yes.
I think so.
All right. Hold on one sec. Okay. Can you see that?
Yep.
So the format, the content of the slides is the same that we used last year. I've just updated everything so that it includes this year's number. So we've got the slide which deals with the operating budget, then the slide that deals with total budgeted expenditures. So that in a year where we had a lot of capital, that would show up here, but there's not a huge difference between operating budget and total budgeted expenditures this year because we're not spending much on capital.
Ryan, I was having a little trouble with the terminology here. That the last slide you just showed, the total expenditures, is actually the revenue, right?
No, so our total revenue matches up with our total budgeted expenditures, the number. So that's why the numbers are the same.
Right. I just find it a little confusing, and maybe it's just me.
Can you say more about what, like?
Well, they both, reading the slides, they both look like this is how much money the town is spending.
Yeah.
Like expenditures and how much we have budgeted to spend.
Well, so this is the proposed operating budget.
Right.
And maybe we should just, I don't know if you think we should call it something different.
Well, I mean, I know this would come out in your soundtrack anyway, but would it be helpful to have a little at the bottom of each slide, like the operating budget is blah, you know, this is, and this is what we mean by expenditures.
Yeah. Yeah. I could include like a little note at the bottom of each of these, just what, usually the way that it comes out is I refer people to the page in the warrant that has the tables,
Right.
and I show them where the numbers show up so it's easier for them to see. But yeah, I can include a little note on the bottom of these two slides. Would that be helpful?
I think it would be helpful. I don't know if anyone else feels the same way, but
Certainly wouldn't hurt.
Yep, not a problem. Okay, and then this is an overview of the sources of revenue. This is an overview of total expenditures broken down in a slightly different way than the operating departmental division. So, you know, the next slide sort of shows the different department spends. This slide is more like, one way to think about it is where we actually have much discretion versus where we don't. So obviously education, we as an advisory committee have very little discretion. Salary and wages, you know, officially those are handled by the town administrator and the select board because they are legally in charge of negotiations. Town departments, other operating, that's really where we have a little bit more discretion, but it's only 9% of our budget. So anyway, so yeah, these two slides are two different ways of showing similar stuff. This shows the changes year over year. And slow me down if you want me to go back to anything. I'm just trying to buzz through this. Very short list of capital items for this year's warrant.
Brian, I'm sure you'll mention this in the discussion, but the fact that we're fortunate this year that we're using, essentially COVID relief funds, and we don't have a lot of capital expenditures this year, but this is a little unusual.
Yep. Yeah, I had toyed around with putting something about that on this slide, but I think I'll just say it, and also we say a little bit about that in our statement. So,
Right.
Yeah. Then we've got our financial policy target slide here, and then this is the estimated tax rate. This is based on info I got from our assessors earlier this week. And that's it so far, unless you guys have other ideas, things that you want to add.
Looks fine.
Looks fine. Thanks, Craig. You're not going to be here, right? Am I remembering?
No, I'm not going to be here.
Okay. We'll miss you.
Oh yeah, I will. I'll miss you all too.
Wait, Craig, are you going to be back the following week for the election?
Yes.
Okay, I was going to say otherwise, get your absentee ballot. Okay, so we don't really have to vote on the slides, but everybody's generally comfortable. I'll add in those clarifying notes as Bob suggested, and then I'm going to email these over to Jen Marquis later tonight or first thing tomorrow morning, because she needs to put them into the full slide deck for the town. So does that sound good?
Yep.
Okay, let me pull up the minutes. So these for March 1st. These look good to me. Somebody want to make a motion to approve?
I move we approve the minutes as written.
I'll
Okay,
second it.
all right, I'll do a roll call. Craig,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Omid. I don't know if he's able to unmute. I think he was kind of on double duty. I'm a yes, so we've
No,
got.
I'm aye.
Oh, awesome, great, thanks. So we've got 5. Okay, awesome. And then, so I think we're still waiting for clarification from Jenny on whether this budget and warrant review session is going to happen on Monday. Again, that's not mandatory for anybody on advisory except for me. And it's hosted by the moderator. If you're available, that'd be great. You could show up, but it's going to be by Zoom. And I can send out, it's on the town calendar, but I can send out details if Jenny confirms that it's actually happening. So, any questions about that? No?
Nope.
Okay. Thanks again for being so flexible about meeting on Thursday at 6 o'clock. We just had a little bit of a hiccup with the open meeting law and the fact that everything was closed on Monday. So we couldn't even post, like if we wanted to have a meeting on Wednesday, we couldn't post one on Monday. So, all right. So is there a motion to adjourn?
I move we adjourn.
I second that.
Okay, roll call. Omid,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
and I'm a yes as well. All right, thanks again, guys. Really good to see you all.
Have a good
Thanks.
night.